This weekend, we're spending a weekend in Minnesota because half of my family lives in Minnesota. So we're gonna be there for the weekend. And I thought that I would take you along with me. Tonight, I'm making a smoothie. I need to add more water to it because it's not going. Once it goes, it'll be purple. But I'll show you how I make it. I usually like it to be way more thick than this, but oh well. I accidentally added too much water. It seems like there's no in between. It's a pretty good consistency. I would like it a little thicker, but it is what it is. For the ingredients, I do berries. It's a mixed berry. It's blueberry, blackberry, and strawberry mixed berries. And then I add a little bit of frozen banana, and then some spinach, and then my protein powder that I have, which is this. And then today I added chia seeds to it. Sometimes I do chia seeds on top, but today I put it in. And then next, I'll show you my toppings. Granola. We just got coconut flakes for making protein balls. So I'm gonna do some coconut flakes, which honestly kind of elevate the smoothie bowl. It's pretty bust. The granola has been really big. I like it when it's smaller, so I crunch it in my hand. And one more. And then add some honey. All right, I'll show you. Yum. Then I stir up and eat it. And I'm having an Olipop tonight too. Funny, purple and purple. Running theme, but yeah. I'll show a little tour of our Airbnb. Bedroom, my bedroom. It's literally perfect. Pink and purple and everything. Another bedroom. And the bathroom.
I got it. You ready?
And then there's also that staircase. There's a big upstairs area, which I can show later, but my nephew is up there playing right now. So kind of funny, literally. Picture of Paris. Enjoy today. You can hear them upstairs playing football. Touchdown.
Some kind of
I'm cutting up some little paintings that I did. It was actually for something else, but I think they'd be really cute. I just got a bullet journal. Look at them. I just got a bullet journal. Let me show you. Bullet journal. Because I have been wanting to do like little paintings along with journaling. When I was in the Netherlands, I saw this girl, she had like little paintings, like really small detailed little paintings, and I was like, oh my gosh, that looks like, I don't know, it's not very often that I take the time to sit there and like do something small like that. So I was like, oh, I just think like that would be really like nice to just slow it down and do little paintings or do little sketches and thoughts and stuff like that in a bullet journal. And so I'm gonna cut out some of these because I had these little paintings and I'm gonna use them to like tape in here and like do little writings and sketches and things. And to go with it, I also got some highlighters. We'll see how I like them. They were on sale. We had a really good weekend in Minnesota. Here I thought that it was gonna be a vlog of like, here I'll take you along in Minnesota on our little trip kind of thing. But it ended up not being that because I just didn't want to film. It literally felt like a little mini tiny like summer vacation. It was so good. We got to see family that we haven't seen in a really long time. It was so fun. We went to a water park. I got really burnt, like really burnt. And yeah, it was fun. I guess it's not a water park, it was a pool, but they had like a slide and stuff, so that was fun. This little guy, he's so cute. I'll probably use the other papers from this to make, or the rest of the paper that's left over from this, to make some more of these little paintings to kind of scrapbook into my bullet journal. And I can also just paint right into it, so. It's so unfortunate. Those highlighters that I got literally aren't the colors that they look like. I was like, this is such false advertising. I'll put a clip in of what they actually look like. They're like the super bright neon color highlighters, and I really wanted the like pastel color highlight, and so that's kind of unfortunate that they're that color, but I actually really like the pink, the orange, and the blue, so it's whatever. I have to finish up some work this afternoon, but I made myself a little latte so that I can, you know, have a little something to get me through. I'm gonna prop you up on one of my sister's things that's on the counter. There's currently fishing poles on our counter. Don't ask me why. Okay, you can actually see the fishing pole. Okay, but anyway, look at how cute she is. I'm gonna give her a little stir. I did a drizzle of almond milk. I usually don't put sugar in my lattes, but I did this time, and I did a little drizzle of caramel, and then I blended that really well, hence the foam on the top. And then I put in some of my coffee that was in the fridge for a few days. I like really strong coffee. Okay, not the greatest. It's because the coffee's not strong enough. Okay, not the best, but oh well. Okay, cheers. This is my favorite setup that you can catch me in the mornings. Hold on, I gotta put this down because it's jingling. And for work sometimes. I've been doing it for working. Entire clip. In that entire clip that I filmed, you couldn't see any of what I was doing. So this is what I was trying to show you. Whatever. I'm gonna take you with me to get a 7 Brew latte. I've never had 7 Brew before, and I keep driving past it, and I'm like, oh, I really want to try that. So let's go get some coffee. And I was like looking up on the menu like what I should get or what I want to get, and I don't really know. I think I'm just gonna go with the sugar-free caramel latte to just try the classic, what it is, and then go from there. Okay, I can already kind of tell by the, whoa, there. I can already kind of tell by the color that I'm scared because I got a medium sugar-free caramel latte, but I like strong coffee flavor, so we'll see. It looks like it's not strong coffee flavor. Uh-oh, it's doing the thing. Nice. Oh, hey. Got it. Cultivate kindness. Interesting. It's pretty good. I definitely think like even adding an extra shot to make it, but I couldn't do that because like to make it stronger. I couldn't do that because I can't have that much caffeine. I give it a I gave it a 7.5 out of 10. Pretty good. I don't know what it is about today, but it's just like everywhere I go, I'm like, get me away from all these people. Anyway, okay, some days just be like that. Anyway, so I'm having a friend over tonight and we're doing like a painting night. And so I got some Ollipops to try. Blackberry vanilla, peaches and cream, banana cream, and of course, this was on sale, so I had to get the grape kind because it's my favorite. So I'm gonna set up for our little painting night. That's everything. This, and this. All right, let's go. I'm gonna move this stuff and set up on this table. I wish I had big newspapers, but I don't, sadly. My apron, I'm just gonna fold it up and set it in the middle. Better idea. I'll do that. So you can with your brush. 1, 2. It's just gonna get locked on this side. Paper. Paintbrushes. More paint. This is kind of overwhelming, all this paint. Ah! I think it's good to go. Kind of feels like I was just here, kind of because I was yesterday, but today I'm going to the store this morning to get coffee because I'm out of coffee. Like, I have just been doing like making my own cold brew from like just coffee grounds, and or if not, just like making a cup of coffee, like a regular cup of coffee, that sort of thing. I have been wanting to try the instant espresso that I saw somebody that I watch on YouTube. I saw them using it and they were like making drinks with it. And so I want to get the instant espresso because I think that that would be fun to try that out, because I know that I do like making coffees with the instant like little coffee things. It was funny because the other day I was in this store that I'm going to this morning, and it was to grab the Ollipops last night, and I was like so like already over people, and there were so many people, and you know that feeling when there's people standing behind you in the self-checkout line and it's like they're waiting on you to be able to go. And obviously I was just like not in a zone that was like I'm just doing my own thing kind of thing, but I was like recognizing that they were like waiting, and I was like a little anxious about it. And so I was like freaking out, and I realized that I missed a hair. it's fine. And so I was like frantically like, ah, and then here I was like, oh my gosh, I don't have my card. And then I was looking at the chip reader and it didn't have like one of those little like, you know, like the Wi-Fi looking bars. And I was like, oh no, do they not have like tap to pay? But if they have a credit card thing, they most likely have tap to pay. And I was just like freaking out. And one of the attendants, like store attendants, was like walking down the middle of the aisle and I was like, excuse me, do you have tap to pay here? And she's like, yeah, you just have to click that and it'll go. And I just didn't needed to click like debit or credit. I just needed to pick my payment option and I would have been fine. But I was just so frantic in that moment and it was so embarrassing. I was like, oh, I should have just clicked it and I could have figured it out, but I was fine. They didn't have 2% milk, so I got whole milk. Cold espresso intense, but they also had a blonde, and I looked it up and the blonde is like more of like a lighter roast, sweeter, citrusy kind of thing, and I was like, no, I want coffee. I want bold. Gonna break my stride, nobody gonna stop me now. Glass. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. That smells amazing. It smells like chocolate espresso. I love the smell of coffee. Nice, a nice secure lid to keep it. And now, I don't like any sweeteners and stuff in mine, but you could probably add sweetener at this point. There's definitely multiple different ways you could do this, and I think I'm gonna try every day a different way to do it. Of like, okay, I'm gonna do like a shaken espresso, like shake it, ice, shake it up, do that kind of thing. And then this one, I'm like seeing what it's like foamed. You know, like the whole instant coffee like trend that was like, I don't remember, I was in high school, I feel like. You can see like the different like layers. Oh, this is weird. That's weird. It's literally foam. Here we go. Crazy. Crazy. Maybe I shouldn't have foamed it this much. Bow with the, or straw with the bow on it. Okay, mixer. I'm concerned about the color of this, how light it is, but it's probably because I foamed it. Also, this stuff is like $11, but it makes sense. Literally, you can have so many coffees with this, but one coffee, like from going out, is probably, like, no, 2 coffees a day going out and getting it would be the price of this, and this is multiple coffees. So. Okay. It's giving milk. I need another shot. Yeah, I need more espresso. Oh, shot of espresso. Ooh, cute. See, look at how much foam is on the top. Okay. Okay. I'm going to have to look up Abby, the Luckett's. Abby Luckett, I watch her YouTube channel, and I'm going to have to look up her because she's the one that inspired me to get this coffee, because I always see her making her coffees in the morning from this stuff. And so I was like, okay, that looks fire. And so I'm gonna have to go watch and see how she does it. I know for sure I've seen her doing like the shaken espresso version, and I know for sure she doesn't foam it. So that's where I went wrong twice. Okay, I got my breakfast, I got my coffee. Gonna go do my quiet time. That's what I was doing, was my quiet time. And then I, you know, ADHD, had to go get coffee, you know.
A warning, but almost always it's God stepping into history.
Okay, actually this got way better. It was really good. I just had to perfect the process and the method in which I, like, you know, make it. This message that I'm listening to by Megan Fate, well, her last name is actually Megan Fate Erickson now. She just got married. But this message that I'm listening to by her is like crazy. I clicked on it this morning. So funny enough, last night, me and my friend were talking, and I told her, I was telling her this story about how my sister said, oh, I've actually been praying that for you too. And I was like, oh, weird. And then, I don't know, I've never actually really like had this thought, but in that moment that my sister said she was praying that too for me, I was thinking, and I thought to myself, I was like, that's so interesting. I wonder what God does with those prayers. Like, what does he think of those prayers? Like, what does he think when when someone else on my behalf is going to him for something about my life? And I was just like, oh, that's so interesting. And I literally said out loud to my friend the other night, like the exact thought I was having was like, I wonder what happens to those prayers. And she literally said last night, she's like, well, maybe you should do a deep dive in scripture of what prayer is, or like of prayer. And it's hilarious, not hilarious, it's the Lord. I clicked on this message by Megan Fate Erickson, and she was like, this whole entire message, the message is titled When God Seems Silent. Also another topic me and my friend are talking about. This whole entire message is about our prayers, and she goes into Revelation and talks about exactly what happens to our prayers. And I was like, whoa, it's crazy. And then she talks about things that can hinder your prayers and all this stuff, and I was like, oh my gosh, there's like it's a really good message. I'll link it in the description below, but it is so fascinating and interesting to me. But I can't believe I've never really thought that thought before of like, where do our prayers go? If you have time, you should give it a listen. It's very, very good. So anyway, I think that's probably going to be all for this week's video. And if you haven't, please subscribe. I'm trying to hit like 500 subscribers at least. I'm like the type of person that's like, oh, I can get 1,000. I can da-da-da-da-da. But first I have to at least hit 500. So subscribe if you haven't subscribed and like the video. And I'll see you in the next one.